All right, so these are my main takeaways from each class session and some things that I really liked from class. So for the first session, the introduction class, I liked how we just talked about how experiencing a good life is experiencing a balance of full range of human emotions. From the second class, the positive psychology, I realized that if I want to be happy, I need to have a real smile, not just a Pan Am smile. From the third flourishing class, I liked how it talked about the 5 elements of well-being are positive emotion, engagement, meaning, positive relationships, and accomplishment. From the fourth one, achieving authentic happiness. I liked when we talked about gratitude visits, and I did one. I wrote a letter to my brother and read it to him. I had such an awesome experience. Number 5, the how of happiness. I really liked learning about the basic mindfulness and how just taking a little bit of time every day to practice it is important. From the PERMA, Positivity and Love 2.0. I liked how it talked about how love is the supreme emotion and how like all other positive emotions can transform into love. This PERMA Flow session, I liked how we talked about flow and just how I recognize that I experience it when I ski. Oh shoot, sorry about that. From the PERMA meaning and achievement, I liked when we sang the song in class, Live Like You Were Dying. But then also realizing that there's a difference between like having a good time and living and creating a good life. From number 9, the happiest places, I thought it was interesting that thriving means like when you think you're going to be happier in 5 years than you are now. The 10th session, why we do what we do. I thought it was interesting to learn about intrinsic motivation and extrinsic rewards. Number 11, the self-determination theory. I liked learning about the 3 things that lead to intrinsic motivation with the autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Number 12, the time famine. There was a quote from Elder Worthland that stood out to me that says, "Sometimes we feel that the busier we are, the more important we are, as though our busyness defines our worth. Brothers and sisters, we can spend a lifetime whirling about at a feverish pace, checking off list after list of things, but that in the end really don't matter." So just learning that like being busy isn't a badge of honor, but that just being busy doesn't create a good life. 13, take back your time. One of the things that stood out to me was the statistic about the kids. There's been like a 50% drop in outdoor activity, and how that's something I really want to change in my kids. Number 14, building a good life in the digital age. I thought it was really cool how we got rid of all of the laptops and devices in class and made me realize like how dependent I am on technology and that I should probably try and wean off technology a little bit. Number 15, the intentional families. I thought it was really cool talking about family rituals with those around me and realizing that a lot of people have a lot of really different cool and fun rituals. In the family rituals section in session number 16, I liked when Professor Hill was talking about anniversaries and how it's like the birthday of a marriage and how we need to treat it with like so much respect and like celebrate the marriage. Number 17, the last child in the woods. I thought the statistic on how indoor sedentary childhood is linked to mental health, how those kids that are raised all inside are oftentimes more plagued with mental health issues down the road. Number 18, the experience economy and experience staging. I thought it was cool learning about like the theme, how the T stands for the theme of the experience, H is harmonize impressions and positive cues, E is to eliminate negative cues, M is mix in memorabilia, and then the last E is just to engage all 5 senses. Number 19, fostering empathy, understanding and recognizing when I'm justifying things to myself because that means that I've betrayed myself, so being able to recognize that. 20, design thinking. I liked understanding the main principles of design thinking with empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and then testing them out. For the Design Your Life intro, I liked learning how to reframe arguments in my life to have a more positive impact. Session 22, the Design Your Life Wayfinding and Odyssey plans. I really liked creating the mind maps, and it made me realize that like the thing that I need to be doing in life and should be doing isn't what I'm on the path for right now. 23, the designing your life and prototyping session. I thought it was really cool to interview some people and learn about their careers. And the one thing that stood out to me from that is that like the job that you take right after college isn't always like, it's not a lifelong decision, and your life is still gonna change over that. And then 24, designing your life and choosing happiness. I liked how we talked about finding a team and finding those who will support you and be around you and finding that good support system. Thank you for an amazing semester.